What's up? So one of my mentors said, if you keep hitting the wall in the same spot again and again, at some point, you have to address that wall. And so when I heard it, I heard multiple analogies, right? One was the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. I mean, so many of them flooded through my head at that point, right? Like sometimes we can hear an analogy that explains another analogy or something that we heard before, and it just clicks in a different way. And so I thought about it because I made a video before about, people not being able to realize how it shows up in their regular life, in their everyday life. So a lot of times what happens is people hear insanity, right? And they think straitjacket. They don't think themselves as doing the same thing again and again, right? They don't think their mindset that needs to shift, that needs to be upgraded, and causing them to find themselves in the same situations again and again, right? And so the interesting thing is, I've had conversations with people and I've seen that their mindset didn't shift from situation to situation, and in those different situations they produce the same thing. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's their professional life, if it's their personal life, whatever it may be, their mindset produces the same thing. And they're so disillusioned by thinking that it's everybody else outside of them. And that's when I think, when I hear the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. I mean, these people be happy, right? Like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. Oh, well, this is my plan, right? Like, at some point, you got to address the wall. At some point, you got to realize that if being who you are could get you what you want, you would already have it. At some point, you got to address the fact that you don't have all the answers. And there's some cases where you just don't know and you need help. You need help trying to figure it out. You might need help with, upgrading or shifting your mindset. You might need exposures to different, people, different environments and circumstances that may be able to help you. But you may not be able to do it on your own, the same way that you've always done it. And so in order for something to change, something has to change. You have to decide to change. And when I say change, I don't mean change like fix you, right? You don't need to be fixed. You just have to understand the part that you play. Because a lot of times what happens is, as adults, we don't realize, or we don't want to see. We don't want to see how much of a part we play in our own pain, in our own demise, in our own shortcomings, how much of a part we play in driving into that same wall. So today I want to ask you, what wall have you been hitting in the same spot over and over and over again that you need to address? What mindset has positioned yourself, whether financially, spiritually, physically, relationally, like what mindset needs to be upgraded and shifted to help you get a different result? Let's address that monster now. Let's not be afraid to look at the monster under the bed. Call it what it is, right? Stop being disillusioned and let's grow. Get uncomfortable. Do what needs to be done so we can grow and so that we can evolve. So keep going, quit on quitting, let's get it. Yeah.